Today in this video, we're going to be breaking down the 6 marketing platforms I would use in 2026. Throughout, we're going to be discussing the scalability, the reliability, and how to actually approach marketing OnlyFans creators on each of these platforms. Now, make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be breaking down exactly why most agencies are actually approaching this completely wrong. My name is Finn Thompson, CEO of FansHub, and welcome back. One of the biggest misconceptions people have when looking at marketing OnlyFans creators in 2026 is asking, what platform should I use? When in actual fact, they're looking at it completely wrong. You should actually be looking at the creator first because ultimately what works for one creator might not necessarily work for the other. So when actually asking the question of what platform should I use, actually identify the creator first, understand what platform she's worked on in the past and similarities she might have to other creators who are successful on the platforms. Inside our agency, we group our creators based on previous success, content style, and niche. And then we build a route to market strategy around that creator. This isn't a one-size-fits-all process. You first need to understand the creator and then figure out where they fit in within the market. We see this constantly, especially with platforms like Reddit, Twitter, FetLife, and those more niche platforms. Ultimately, what works on one platform might not necessarily work in another. So before you start this whole process in understanding what social media platforms you're going to choose, first identify the creator and then pick your platforms off the back of that. Let's get straight into this and let's break down the platforms. Kicking off with Instagram. In my opinion, Instagram isn't what it once was, but it's still a platform you should be optimizing for a large majority of your content creators. Back in 2022, Instagram was by far one of the best platforms for traffic. These days, it's a lot tougher. Increased bans, stronger repurposed content detection, and a lot more restrictions around adult creators. Recently, Instagram has said openly that they're starting to tighten things up around adult content. Even adding things in like 18+ rules when you click a link in a bio shows the direction in which the platform's going in. Now, having said that, I would rate Instagram a 7 out of 10 as an overall marketing platform in 2026 due to the fact if optimized correctly with the right creators posting high quality content and even optimizing stuff like trial reels, you will do very well by posting and optimizing Instagram. Moving on to Reddit. In my opinion, this is one of the most overlooked platforms in 2026, mainly because it's complicated to get started. Over the years, Reddit has increased its verification processes, which has made the barrier to entry a lot higher. This frustrates a lot of creators and agencies early on, but the upside is fewer people actually learn how to optimize it properly. Pretty much every time I speak to a creator, they're like, I want to do Reddit, but I just don't understand how to do it, which tells me the platform is under optimized. Now, for that reason alone, I would rate Reddit 8 out of 10 because whilst it's hard to get started, if you do get started and you do manage to crack it, it's a very good traffic source that's going to help you to succeed. Taking a look at X. Now, X, as we all know it, doesn't exist anymore. Since Elon took over the platform, there's been a huge increase in free adult content on the platform, meaning that if you are just posting not safe for work content using old strategies, X is not going to work for you. What we're actually seeing a lot better now is optimizing a safe for work strategy. Firstly, it separates you from the flood of OnlyFans creators posting explicit clips. But secondly, X now enables a safe for work viewing mode for many users, meaning explicit posts are hidden from a large portion of the platform. So if you are purely just relying on not safe for work promotion, you're actually potentially limiting yourself to over 70% of the potential audience on X. So overall, I would probably rate the platform around a 6 out of 10. Whilst it still has a vast majority of potential OnlyFans subscribers, the strategies are always changing, meaning keeping up with the new trends is relatively difficult. Fourth on the list, we have YouTube. In my opinion, YouTube is one of the most overlooked platforms as of today. This is because whether you're a solo creator or working with an agency, it's actually relatively easy to get started. One of the biggest advantages is that YouTube supports both long form and short form content. So you can either film longer videos and then chop them up into shorts and get multiple pieces of content from the same recording, or just do a complete long form strategy or short form strategy. The options are up to you. Over the past year, we've seen a huge increase in conversions across the agency from YouTube, making it one of our biggest platforms agency-wide. And when you also take into account that YouTube has over 2.5 billion monthly users, topping both Instagram and TikTok, this is definitely a platform I'd recommend using. So Having said that, in my opinion, YouTube would be ranked 9 out of 10, purely for the fact of the amount of monthly users they have on the platform, but as well as you can create long form and short form content within the platform. Moving on to TikTok, let's face it, the platform isn't what it used to be. With the increase in bans, the removal of the Instagram button in the creators' bios, it really isn't what it used to be. It's very hard to convert fans and stay within the guidelines of TikTok. You can see this in how many creators have started pulling away from TikTok and are now focused more on other platforms we mentioned in today's video. In its current state, I'd rate TikTok a 5 out of 10, purely to the fact it takes a long time to build up content, only works for a specific type of content creator, and ultimately your chances of getting banned are extremely high. Last but not least, let's talk about Twitch. This platform always surprises me because it's not spoken about in the agency world at all. Not only does it generate traffic, but the traffic it does generate is extremely high quality. Twitch allows creators to build a genuine connection with their audience. Unlike short form platforms where someone might just see a flash trend and move on, Twitch gives viewers time to actually get to know the creator, which can be developed in the chats. You see this all the time with large Twitch streamers. Many of them generate consistent revenue on their paywall platforms simply because they've already built a strong fan base through streaming they then engage within their chats. Right now, I would rate Twitch an 8 out of 10, purely for the fact of, yes, it does convert highly, and those people who do convert tend to spend well, but ultimately it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to actually get set up on Twitch and make it successful. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, this isn't about finding one platform that fits every creator. It's about understanding the creator you're working with, their audience, and the style of content they produce, and then choosing the platforms that allow the creator to perform at their best. If you approach marketing this way, you stop chasing the platforms and actually market the creators to fit the platforms in which they'll succeed best in. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the video coming out next week. And if you have any further questions, drop me a message on my Telegram down below.